English made easy. In today's lesson, we shall learn about articles. Articles are very important for English as well as they form the basis of English grammar. Are you all ready?
Hello. In this session, we shall learn about articles. An article is a word which is used before a noun, either to specify the noun or to talk about the noun in general. So we have three types of articles. A, an and the are called articles. A and an are called indefinite articles, which means that they are unknown to a listener and non-specific. And they are non-specific. When we use these two articles A and an, they are not known to the listener and they don't specify about any noun. So let's see some examples here. I bought a pen yesterday. Here we are talking about a pen in general, not specifying any particular pen. The next one, she's an intelligent girl. So in these two cases, we are using a and an here, which are non-specific. Now let's talk about each article in detail. Article A. We use article A before singular countable noun, which starts with a consonant sound. You should notice this, which starts with a consonant sound. We know A, E, I, O, U are called vowels. The alphabets excluding these vowels are called as consonants. So we use this article A before words which start with a consonant sound. Examples like a pen, a book, a dog, a cat, a bus. Now let's see other cases where we use the article A. We also use indefinite article A before a word beginning with a vowel but giving the sound of a consonant. Previously what we have learned that A is used before words which have a consonant sound. But here we should learn that we also use indefinite article A before words beginning with a vowel but have the sound of a consonant. This is where it should be learned properly, should be understood clearly. Let's go through some examples here. He gave me a 1 rupee note. Here a 1 rupee note. 1, though O is a vowel, it gives a sound of V. That's why we use the indefinite article A here. So he gave me a 1 rupee note. One more thing I want to like to clarify here. See, A, when we say A, when you talk about A in a sentence, he gave me a 1 rupee note. The pronunciation is a only, it's not A. When you talk about A in a sentence, the pronunciation is a. He gave me a 1 rupee note. Some more examples here. I saw a one-legged man. One, again one, the sound is, though it's a vowel, it has a sound of a consonant. V sound it has. Next one. This is a one-way road. Next one. She is a university student. Again here we are using the word letter U. Though U is a vowel, it has a sound of a consonant, Y-O-U-U. So we are using the indefinite article A. Some more examples we'll see. It is a useful book. Again U here, the sound of Y-O-U-U. U we have here. He is a European who lives in India. So in all such cases, they are exceptional cases. So in all such cases, we use the indefinite article A. This should be memorized properly. Now, coming to the second indefinite article, an. An is also an indefinite article used before singular countable nouns starting with a vowel sound like an egg, an umbrella, an eagle, an inkpot, an MP, an MLA, etc. Now when you notice this, in the first 4 examples, egg, umbrella, eagle, inkpot, you have all the words starting with the vowels. But you see these examples MP and MLA, they are abbreviations. In such cases, though they don't start with vowels, but they have the sound of a vowel. That's why we use the indefinite article an. This should be noticed properly and understood clearly. It is used before a word which starts with a consonant but has a vowel sound. That's what I told you. Now let's see some examples here. She's an hour late to school. See the word hour here. Hour. We don't say it as hour. The H is silent here. We say hour. So R gives a sound of a vowel sound. That's why we are using the indefinite article an. Understood? She is an hour late to school. The pronunciation is R and not hour. H is silent. That's why we are using the indefinite article an. The next example. He is an honorable man who deserves appreciation. The pronunciation of honor, it's not honorable, it is honorable. So we are using the indefinite article an here. Next one. He is an heir to the entire property in the village. It's not heir, it's heir. H is silent here. So in all silent H cases, we use the indefinite article an. Some more examples we'll see where you use the indefinite article an. It is used before abbreviations that begins with the vowel sound. He is an MA student from Andhra University. MA. See, MA, though it starts with a consonant letter, it gives a sound of a vowel. So we are using the indefinite article an. Next one. He is an MSc student from the Osmania University. Again, M again gives a sound of a vowel. He belongs to an SP cadre. He is an MLA representing the entire district. He is an MP representing the largest constituency. So in all such cases here, in all the abbreviations here, where the words have the vowel sounds, we are using the indefinite article, and this should be noticed clearly because generally people make mistakes in such cases. They write article A. So this should be understood clearly. Now coming to the next one. The most important one, the definite article the. One more thing I would like to tell you here is, it's not, the pronunciation is not the pronunciation is the. So this should be noticed properly. The is a definite article which is used to tell about specific things and things or persons known to the listener. We talk about specific things already known to the listener, which we already know. In such cases, we use the definite article the. So a and an we used in unknown persons and non-specific things. We have used a and an, but we use the article the to talk about specified things or persons. Let us see some of the examples here. It is used in the following cases. We'll go one by one in all cases where the definite article the is used. To talk about specific things. Specifically, we talk about something. Please close the door. Suppose you're in a room. Naturally, the room has only one door. So, we're talking about a particular specified door. So, we use a definite article the. Please close the door. Second one. To talk about unique things. What are unique things? Things which are only one of their kind. One of its kind or one of their kind. There is no second type of that category. In such cases, we use the definite article the. Example like, the Columbia River flows quickly. Next one. To talk about natural phenomenon. The sun rises in the east. Next one. To tell about time period. The song was popular in the 1990s. So it's a time period. In such cases, we use the definite article the. Next one. To talk about members of the family. Examples like, the aeroplane was discovered by the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers are the family. Before the family members, we use the definite article the. One more next example. To talk about something for the second time. First time when we talk, we use indefinite article either a or an depending on the noun. Second time when we talk about the same noun, then we use the definite article the. Just notice this example here. She gave me a book. A book. Here we are using a. For the first time we are using a indefinite article. Second time when we are talking about the book, we use the definite article the. The book is very interesting. This should be noticed. Next one. It is used before the nouns of rivers, seas, oceans, bays, mountains, islands, gulfs, etc. The Ganga, the Godavari, the Krishna, or the oceans like the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Arabian Ocean, or the bay's name, the Bay of Bengal, or the Gulfs, or the mountain ranges, the Himalayas. In all such cases, we use the definite article the. Next one, where we use the definite article, let's see. It is used before the names of holy books. You know all the holy books, the Ramayana, the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, the Quran, the Mahabharata. All these are holy books. In such cases, we use the definite article the. Let's see where some more examples where we can use this definite article the before the names of newspapers in public buildings. Newspapers, the Hindu, the Indian Express, in all such cases we use the definite article the. And coming to public buildings like the Taj Mahal, the Statue of Liberty, the Charminar, all these public buildings, before the names of public buildings we use the. Next one. It is used before superlative degrees. This should be understood clearly. We know that we have 3 degrees of comparison. Adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison, that is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. When we use superlative degree, then we use the definite article the. Let's see the example here. This is the best movie I have ever seen. Best is a superlative form of the basic adjective good. Good is a positive form. Better is a comparative form. Best is the superlative form. So before superlative degrees, we use the definite article the. One more example. She is the most beautiful girl. So the most is the superlative form. That's why we use the definite article the. Next one. Before the names of nations to mention about people. The English people, the Hindus, the Christians, the Chinese. In all such cases, we use the definite article the. So till now we have learnt about three different articles a, an and the, and where they are used, and all and the specifications and all we have learnt in detail. Now this is very, very important. As much as this is important, it is also important to learn where to omit an article. Omit means to not to place an article, to remove or not to place an article. Let's learn where to omit articles, in which cases we don't use any article. It is very important to learn this also. It is as much important to learn where to use articles. It is also important to learn where to omit articles. Now let us see the omission of articles. Omission of articles. Let's see all the cases in detail where to omit articles. Omission of articles. There are certain nouns which do not prefix with an article. So that is called the omission of an article. We don't use an article before the noun. Then there is an omission of article. So the following cases here, we don't use articles before the nouns. Let's go in detail where we don't use an article or we omit an article. Before abstract nouns. Honesty is the best policy. We don't say the honesty. We only say honesty is the best policy. Before uncountable nouns. Milk is good for health. So milk is uncountable. You can't count milk. So before such uncountable nouns, we don't use an article. So it is omission of an article. Next one. Before names of sports and games like hockey, cricket or chess, whatever it is, any sports and games, we don't use any article, either definite article or indefinite article. We don't use any article. We just omit an article. The example like hockey is the national game of India. Next, let's see where we omit an article. Before the names of countries like China. China is the largest country. Like before the names of countries like China or India or Australia, whatever it is, we don't use the definite article. Any article we don't use. And now there is an exception here. See, except the USA. USA is short form of USA. Before USA we use the definite article the. The USA or the USSR we use, or the UAE we use. But generally before countries' names we don't use any article. So we don't use any article before the names of countries except the USA or the USSR or the UAE. In such cases only we use the article. But generally before the names of countries we don't use any article. Next one. Before the names of countries we have finished. Before the names of railway stations where they are also the place names. In such cases we don't use any article. We just simply write the place name or the station name. Next one. Before the names of languages like Hindi, English, Telugu, social. We don't say the Telugu. We just say Telugu is our regional language. In such way we say. Before the names of meals. Meals we know. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. I should have my dinner. We say my dinner, just generally say dinner or lunch. We don't say the dinner or the lunch. Next one where we don't use any article is example is before the names of nouns and numbers. Like room number 6. We don't say room number the 6 or the room number 6 we don't say. Generally we say room number 6. Before proper nouns. This is the most important one where generally people make a number of mistakes. Proper nouns are names of persons or places or animals or things. Before that we don't use don't use any article. We don't say, suppose Alexander we have the name, it's the name of a person. We don't say the Alexander or the Akbar we don't say. We just say Alexander the Great or Akbar the Great, we just say them. We don't use any article before proper nouns. Coming to next one is before years also we don't use an article. She was born in 2006. Next where we don't use an article is before plural nouns. Plural, singular, plural we know. Plural is a many number, large in numbers. In such cases we don't use any article. Warm clothes are necessary in winter season. Next one is before continents and countries and cities. Continents is the Asia. We don't say the Asia or the Australia. We don't say, we just, or the Europe, we don't say, we just say Asia, Australia or Europe, or whatever it is, countries also and cities also. In all such cases, we don't use any article. So, articles are very, very important for English language and they form the basis of good communication skills also. We should learn very nicely where to use which article and also learn where to omit articles. I hope all of you have understood the lesson very clearly. Happy learning. Hope you have enjoyed this session.